Hello everyone, Mehran Fardis here with Care Law Group from San Diego, California. I'm an immigration attorney serving the state of California and entire 50 states with all your immigration questions, concerns, issues. We hope you like this video. If you do, please like, share with your friends, and come back to us for further videos that we publish often about different type of immigration questions and issues. Today I would like to talk about change of status. So let's say you're a student, you're an au pair worker in US on a J1 visa, or you're a student and you have an F1 visa. Let's say you're a tourist, you have a B2 or B1 visitor visa. And for some reason you would like to change your status from one visa category to another. Change of status always starts with filling out the form called I-539. The form I-539 by itself asks you a series of questions about who you are, your passport information, your residence information, and what you're trying to change your status to from one status to another. This form always has to be supported by sufficient amount of documents and evidence so USCIS officer can easily make a decision in your favor. The issue that we're facing quite a bit lately is that people think, oh, well, this is just a form, I can do it myself. Everything is a form, but the way you fill out the form is very important, and the supporting documents you provide is very important. So I had just a candidate this morning. She's from Mexico on J1, she's an au pair, she filed change of status from J1 to an F1. I asked her, well, who did the forms for you? She said, a school advisor helped me. So she got an I-20 from the school, and the advisor at the school, I'm not going to mention the name, helped her to transition. Some parts of the form wasn't filled out properly, so USCIS rejected her request for F1 just a few days ago. And the issue is that her J1 is ending, the visa for her underlying J1 that she had to begin with is ending in 2 days. So USCIS provided her with 30 days to provide explanation as to why this information was missing, which USCIS most of the time does. They allow you to explain or appeal. However, the reason for the file being rejected was such that cannot be overcome with an appeal or explanation. Something was just missing that wasn't even there. So the girl who contacted us today does not have any grounds to appeal, does not have anything to explain. There is nothing to do, which means she has 2 days to either file another change of status to a different type of visa or leave US, because if you overstay your visa, that's not a good issue, that's not a good situation. You could potentially be barred for 3 years to not come back into US. If you stay more than 180 days, overstay your visa, potentially it could be a 10-year bar. You never want to overstay your visa or lose your status. The important part is to remain in status in US the entire time. So the trick here is that when you file for a change of status, when you file this petition, you may be in status at the time. Very often the decision of USCIS about your application is done at a time in the future, usually 7 or 8 months later, when you have already lost your current status. People file for an extension or change of status thinking it's going to be approved and I'm going to be okay, I'll be in status at that time. But if it gets denied and you have no reason to appeal or there's not enough information for you to do that, now you're all of a sudden out of status in US. You have overstayed your visa by sometimes a substantial amount of time, in your mind thinking, oh, well, I filed this when I was in status, and I'll be in status when it's approved, so everything is good. But if it's not approved and you don't have any grounds to appeal, then there's a problem. Then you've overstayed your visa, you have to leave, and then you can't come back for a long time. To avoid these issues that are on its face, they seem to be simple, but they're not. It's important to have someone reviewing your petition before you file it. Ask an attorney, ask our office, ask any office to review your change of status application. It seems to be just a form, but there's a lot of details that go in the form and supporting documents you have to provide to make sure your application is successful. I hope this was of help to you. Change of status is something that happens quite often, and it gets denied very often, and the person who is applying for it all of a sudden is in a bad spot. To avoid these issues, speak to someone, have someone review your application before you file it. Mehran Fardis here, Care Law Group from San Diego. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, share this video with your friends, and be on the lookout for our next video coming up very soon about all your immigration questions and concerns. From San Diego, have a great day.